Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Magic Bringers Rising for the week of May 15th through the 21st. And find out all about this new dark moon and the Taurian stellium and everything that's going to be happening to help you get grounded. Stay tuned. Welcome to Magic Bringers Rising Chats, a show by Super Secret Powers. I'm your host, Lindsay Baldessano, and let's get ready for a dose of energy healing, channeled guidance, and humor to keep your intuitive flow open and your roots grounded so you can weave the life of healing, spiritual purpose, and magic that you want. So I hope your Mother's Day was a beautiful affair and, it left you feeling the warm and fuzzies. It's not easy for everyone. I know for me, it's certainly a mixed affair. My mother passed just a few years ago, and, I celebrate with my kids and all that, but I just kind of wanted a very slow and quiet day for my Mother's Day. So, what did you do? How did you let soul come forward this Mother's Day? All right. So, it's a new moon week. We have the Taurian stellium from basically last week until the beginning of June. Um, and we have some mixed energy in here that's going to cause a couple bumps, I think. Make it feel like a more intense week than it actually needs to be. But to me, the bigger news is for the next 2 years or so, we have Jupiter in Taurus, which can go a long way toward getting us settled and more stable and looking at more long-term plans and having the whole home, hearth, wealth, health stuff figured out. To if you did have any like surprising little health turns this week, really tap into that long-term vision of, what do you need? What do you need to move forward? What do you need to, make sure things are going to be okay in 2 years, no matter what? And that's kind of why this light language today is going to be about that long-term steady energy for making decisions. And my cat is going nuts. Anyway, we are just past Mercury retrograde now. We are just past eclipse season. So it really is, it's a deep week of integration. And there might be some energy coming in where we're going to have to, do a little bit of investigation. My cat. A little bit of research, come to a different level of understanding where we are and some of the turns that have just been taken by life. But this isn't necessarily a very mental week. Do your due diligence for getting the details down. But otherwise, this is a week of legwork. It's a week of moving. It's a week of being in body, and that's going to help us, really tap into that Taurian stellium. We got 5 planets, or we will have 5 planets this week in Taurus. That's that's a lot of energy. But don't go too far Earth. Don't get stuck in the stubborn. And just try and remember this week that the game is really with yourself, and it's not really with life, and it's not certainly in competition to others. So like the game of life, or whatever game you're playing, whether it's growing a business and staying in the right mindset, or whatever goals you're trying to achieve right now, the game is actually the inner game. It's with yourself. And being in that body and being in motion is really going to help move us forward this week and really help balance out some of the fire energy that's going to be coming this week as well. Lots of sun influence. What do we got? We got Mars in Leo. We got the sun trine Pluto. We got the sun in Gemini. Um, so don't force yourself to be in your head. Use this energy, use it constructively, use it to get stuff done, and just kind of let your mind settle things out as you're moving and as you notice intuition flowing through your body this week. Um, so don't be caught in your head. So as I was saying before, and just to retouch on this, though, that Jupiter will now be in Taurus. I think as of Tuesday it was. Yes, Tuesday. Ah, so we can look toward the long term, look toward the slow and steady growth. Find that medium road that's going to feel comfortable for you to navigate as we continue to rebuild and repair and da 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 da. Since all of the hoopla that was happening with COVID and shortly after COVID, um, astrologically, but also, real stuff, and real stuff that actually is like whole, like Taurus, like supplies and resources, like that supply chain stuff. Prices. I mean, expect to see things slowly begin to shift because, Taurus, slow. So it's a good time to get back to your roots, enjoy some simpler plans, if you will. It's not necessarily the best time or the best summer to go like spending a lot of money in terms of astrology, not speaking about the economy. um, just because we're going to have some very interesting retrogrades over the summer, um, that'll really have you kind of like questioning like who you are and where you're going and what it is that you love, and a lot of pride stuff involved. So if you're having like any midlife crisis stuff going on, make this your reminder to just kind of take that step back and maybe go to the lake instead. Or, maybe just go someplace you can ground, you can be quiet, you can get back to the simpler things in life and let things play out as they will from that energetic position. It's not an energy for fast, impulsive choices right now. Um, unless like you find a day that has a little bit more Uranus action. But always be seeking the wiser, more long term choice now. What's going to get you steady growth over the summer and into the fall, and then when things shift again in that eclipse season. But you can also expect this to feel kind of like a breath of fresh air again, a breath of relief, because it will be a slower pace and it will be a lot less chaotic especially once we get those fire aspects out a little bit more. I mean, going into next week, we're still going to have that Taurian stellium, and I think it's going to be stronger. So really let that slower pace just say, okay, now I can plug in some steady work. Now I can, really begin to grow some roots into this. And now I can really begin to build a different foundation or repair the foundation or whatever it is you need to do. Enjoy that slower pace of it and enjoy looking forward 2-3 years to see, that intuitive alignment. What's going to make, what's going to be worth my investment in time and money and energy for that 2 or 3 year sprint that we're doing toward all those big shifts in 2024, 5, and 6. All right. So before we go on to light language, I wanted to tell you all about a new 5-day challenge that I'm offering with my BFF and spiritual soul sister, Andrew Dabrowski. My lovely witchy friends, are you ready to unleash your inner intuitive queen? I mean, I know I am. I know still to this day, I would choose it before anything else. And I invite you to join this 5-day masterclass experience. It's going to help you say goodbye to feeling held back or feeling like a zombie, trying not to feel anything, and say hello to feelings of freedom to feelings of fulfillment, confidence, and vitality. In this empowering experience, we're going to delve into who is your inner queen, finding you again, powering up to get beyond survival, because who needs to stay there, really? How to listen to fear and anxiety from an intuitive perspective, and finally, stepping into your queendom. You know, that part of you that is just so in touch and in such trust with your knowing that you know how to move forward. It's change you can trust. And it's all within your power of manifestation and co creation. So let's start this journey together and soar toward the life that you always dreamed of. And let's figure out what you need to feel confident and amazing in your light worker, witchy kind of self, so that nothing can stop you. So grab your spot in the masterclass today. Just look for the link either above this in the description or below, depending on what platform you're on. And I really hope to see you there. Now, on to light language. So as we head into this week of beautiful earth energy, remember to do a fair amount of grounding, a fair amount of rest, and a lot of water drinking. Really take care of yourself. Because, some detoxing might happen. So, as you can, put it on the plan. Remember to take a day off. Remember to enjoy, some days out in the sunlight. Maybe do some gardening. Really get your hands and your feet into the earth. And we're just going to now tap into that beautiful kind of deep earth energy where everything just kind of feels null and still. And I'm going to try a little something new, so please bear with me. I might just cut this and extend it out so you get to listen to it for a little bit longer, because I haven't done it for long periods of time. But here we go. I'm using Appetite. Just going to put this on my heart. A few deep breaths. How? I think Kat says that's enough. But of course, you can go back and loop it as you need to really get into that deep, deep earth sphere. And of course, there's a lot of light codes coming. So, same thing that goes for detoxing goes for being able to process, integrate, and receive those light codes. And just kind of bury yourself in some good earth this week. And I will see you next week um, for more earth energy. And don't forget to sign up for the 5-day masterclass Unleashed for all those intuitive, witchy, light workery kinds of women who really want to step into their confidence and their vitality and their sense of fulfillment, all through their deeper connection with intuition and soul self. All right. I will see you around the webs.